Hey guys, so haven't done one of these in a while. I'm gonna be doing a self-VOD review of a very high MMR game that I played not that long ago. This is on the 824B preseason patch. I'm playing jungle Gragas against Kha'Zix in this game. There's a few things I want to cover in this game. It's not a very active game for me. I do a lot of just like I do a lot of things that aren't really, I guess, something if you watch this game without any commentary wouldn't be immediately obvious with my pathing this game. And I guess I kind of wanted to just break down my thought process on some of this so that you guys can get better. So, sorry, a bit sick right now. So, I start red buff here. Important things to note this game, they have Vlad, Zyra bottom, and I have Lucian Pike. So Lucian Pike has a lot of kill pressure, but early on it can be tough because it is double ranged versus ranged melee, and Zyra plants block the hook. So getting them ahead can, like, if they're ahead, then it's hard for them to lane because they can't ever step up anymore. But if they just get a straight 2v2 lane, it might be difficult because they'll get pushed in by the double range. But I also have to take into account my top laner is Volibear with Ignite against Aurelia. So if he dies ever to a gank, it's pretty brutal. So I actually open up this game intending to look for level 2 top. Just because he has Ignite, I'm Gragas. If I can get a kill on the Aurelia and then we can just invade, we have stronger 2v2 because he has Ignite. So if I can get a kill early, it'll go a long way. But I guess the important thing to note is that I don't, while I understand that this is something that would be very helpful, I don't actually bet the game on it because I quickly adjust my, my game plan because I see the Aurelia actually walks down and wards. Just this little movement is enough to let me know that he's probably warded out for the level 2 because he's suspecting the same thing that I already know. That level 2ing would be huge because then I can just completely take control of the topside jungle against the Kha'Zix. I don't think this is a great matchup for Gragas. I don't think it's a terrible one either. I did go Aftershock, which I think makes this matchup a lot more tenable than Predator. Personally, I just liked Aftershock on Gragas more than Predator or Electrocute. Not much else to say about that. There's a chance that he did just fake ward by walking downwards here. But I respect that he understands how much the level 2 can impact his lane, and that he's actually committing his actual ward instead of fake warding it. So I respect that, and I actually change my pathing based on just that movement from him. So I still skill up E level 2 in case I need to fight, and also so I can do the scuttle. So unfortunately, I didn't get any crab wards from my team. I'm walking in blind here, so I ward over the wall here in case the Kha'Zix is coming from blue. He sees me here, but I'm assuming he's doing red to Krugs. I know he started bot side because his Aurelia was in lane early before my Volibear, because my Volibear was leashing. Obviously, the Aurelia didn't leash. So I assume he's doing red to Krugs into scuttle. I actually have no idea what he's doing. I do my Raptors here because I don't want to walk into my bot side at level 2, because if he does red Krugs scuttle, he'll be 3, and I did not want to walk into my blue before level 3. So thankfully we actually see him exit the river at level 2 on our ward, so I don't have to be worried about having to fight him at blue being down level 2 to level 3. Had we not seen him on this ward, I actually would have just done the 2 small wolves to get my level 3, and then look to get him off my blue. Because if he did red Krugs to scuttle and then started my blue, I would have time. At least I feel like I would have had time to get just the small wolves and then fight him level 3, level 3. My bot lane is a bit pushed in, but with Aftershock, I'm not really afraid of fighting him at level 3. As long as we both have all of our abilities, especially assuming that he's taking the blue already. So, bit of a lull here. I'm just kind of clearing through my bot side camps now. I know that he's still probably somewhere in the bot side. I actually assumed he was going to the rafters Actually, no. Once I saw him at level 3 after he exited from Scuttle, I knew he had to have done Raptors second, or just did like red to a really slow Scuttle level 2. Maybe he was looking for a gank, but I know he wasn't level 3, so I know he hadn't done Krugs yet. But walking back through this way, I can just assume that he's doing Krugs, and now we see him on a mid ward, and he actually goes to the gank anyway. But I'm just clearing my camps. You know, there's no reason not for me to not clear my camps here. I see he exits towards top side, so he can do one of two things. He can either go do my Krugs, or he can go into his top side jungle. And I actually don't really have a good idea of knowing which one he does until he shows back up mid here to help him push, and then walks back to the left here. And when he's not walking upwards, exiting this way towards the river, he's hugging the left wall here. I assume that he's going back into his top side jungle. And I'm correct in that assumption. So I don't actually want to hit this blast plant or this vision plant because I don't want the bot lane to know I'm here. I actually get pinged out, but they end up dying anyway. I guess they see me, but just don't respect. We just go on Zyra here. Good flash by the Pyke. The Zyra actually, so the Vlad actually eats my body slam, and then the Zyra flashes forward to try to kill Lucian, so I don't get an assist, but I get I don't technically get an assist, but I did assist with the kill. So I know I'm being seen here, but I know where the Kha'Zix is. The Volibear hits the plant here and sees his camp is still up, so I assume he's just going to finish that up. I feel very safe walking in to drop this ward, and I'm going to base here. This ward is important for multiple reasons. One, because obviously this is a very active area that the jungler and the mid laner and the support all tend to pass through. And two, this gives me final confirmation on whether at level 2 he was looking for a gank for an extended period of time before doing Scuttle and then did it really slowly because it got a bad pattern, or he actually just did Rafters either first or second, because I'll see the spawn timer and I'll know exactly what his pathing was. At this point, I'm assuming he did Rafters first or second already, because in this elo, people don't waste that much time at level 2 doing Scuttle. But this gives me confirmation, and it's just a good ward to have down anyway, and it doesn't cost me much more time. So I recall here, I have like 800-ish, so I just buy jungle item and control ward. I prefer red smite over blue on Gragas, especially in a matchup where I want to be able to fight the enemy jungler one-on-one. That's also why I have the aftershock. So I'm just gonna clear my Krugs here. So once again, this is kind of a weird game where both of my side lanes are very volatile and also important to cover, or important to help, because both of these lanes can snowball a lot. I got top lane a ward early when I was doing Scuttle by warding over the wall in blue here and then doing the Scuttle, so I felt he was pretty safe. Leaving him in the 1v1 with Ignite with no jungle pressure is something I feel comfortable doing in this elo. Obviously, you don't always feel comfortable doing that in every elo, but in this elo, I was comfortable that if I left him alone in a 1v1 with Ignite versus TP, he would be fine, and that's exactly what happened. We knew Kha'Zix. We've basically known where Kha'Zix is, like, most of this game, or we can infer where he is most of this game. So he's been safe, and I got bot lane a kill, so they can start to begin the 2v2 snowball. So here I'm just clearing downwards again. I don't actually make any moves to cover my top laner this time. I don't have a ward to drop him, but we see Kha'Zix here, and I want to use my control for bot side, so my bot lane can always feel like I want my Pyke and Lucian to always feel enabled to dash in and fight their bot lane 2v2 when they feel like they're stronger. So I want to actually get my wards on the bot side, and also top lane wave is rebounding, so I don't actually he shouldn't be like under threat of anything except a dive, but we already know where the Kha'Zix is, and he's not going to be pathing up there for the dive on this wave crash. So I feel safe leaving him there to just clear my camps. So Scuttle spawns here, but unfortunately my bot lane is pushed in, and I don't actually want to sacrifice my camp efficiency to go down. So I know he's going to be there. I saw him on the sword, he cleared it, but I concede the Scuttle because I want to look for top, because the wave is pushing out, and I'm just thinking maybe I can catch the Aurelia, trying to shove it in like too quickly. But he's actually playing like super respectfully this entire lane, and I actually don't have that option. You see, like, right around here, when I turn away from here, I realize, oh, I'm not going to make it to the scuttle. I'm going to be too late. I'm going to try to see if I can go for a gank top. But the Irelia just actually backs all the way off and channels recall. And I can't actually make this gank happen, so I have to turn back through mid lane here. So I turn back through mid lane here for multiple reasons. One, there's a chance the Ryze goes aggressive on him with his buy since he's TPing in. And also there's a chance that Kha'Zix jumps the play and just goes on the Yasuo as he's trying to push in the wave instead of doing scuttle, because if he kills Yasuo, then he can do the scuttle for free anyway. So I'm just moving back here because there's nothing top. I know all of his camps are down because he cleared them before he based. They're still not going to be up for a couple minutes. So I just crossed through mid here. It's unfortunate, like, I don't have a better play though. So Kha'Zix, he gets the scuttle. My Pyke's unable to stop him in time. I drop my ward here, so my mid laner and my bot laner are always feeling enabled to play up and use their advantage. And then I just clear my bot side camps here. You know, there's nothing really much else for me to do here. Dragon is not an option when he has scuttle, and I do it very poorly on my own as well. My bot lane doesn't really want to expend the time to leave right now, so I'm completely cool just clearing my camps and basing. I know Kha'Zix will be doing the same, and even with down a scuttle, my pathing has been good enough that I'm not falling far behind him at all. I come bot lane here because there's a bit before any of my camps except red spawn, but I don't want to just go up there just for red. I'd want to go up there when my other camps are spawning, and I know I've been really like 30 seconds to like a minute really of downtime here to do whatever I want, but I don't really want to invade this red. I don't find any other reason to be here, so I just take my recall and just get a little bit of tempo. So I buy my Codex here at 900 on base. Unfortunate that I don't have a pink, but I do want to keep this one here, so this is one of the rare situations where I actually don't find not getting another pink to be that detrimental. So bot lane gets a kill here. They go really deep for it and die for it. I believe they both... Actually, no. I think only Pyke. Pyke gets out here. I'm pretty sure Lucian's dead, though. So it's actually... even though Kha'Zix gets kill participation here, it's really not the end of the world. I get a lot of information about him being there. So now I feel comfortable making this dive play on top with this wave stacked. So Volibear understands it too. Wave's crashing. Jungler is accounted for being bottom. He's getting fought by my team right now. I'm pretty sure they like come close to killing him. Well played by the Yasuo here. But yeah, the important play is going on right here. Free dive. We have ignite. He actually goes a little bit early. This isn't executed like nearly as well as it should have been. Like honestly, the wave crash is crashing, and we have a level lead, and we have ignite. We know no one can be here. Ryze's TP is down. His ulti not even close to coming because he's hitting mid turret. We know where Kha'Zix and Vladimir are because they're fighting right now. Zyra could have come out of base, but I think we've seen him at this point, so we know that's not happening too. There's just a very clean play. I think Pobelcher goes a little bit early here. He takes tower aggro right here when he presses R. I wanted to just wait out the Irelia stun, but he goes immediately. Ends up being okay because they're two very tanky dudes with a lot of CC. Irelia doesn't really get to cast much. I've wasted my ultimate a bit here, but we have double aftershock. He is passive. Like, this is a real threat here at all. So just helping him push the top wave. He actually hasn't based at all because he doesn't have TP. So he just hits the turret. He doesn't really have good AoE after his ultimate expires to clear the wave, so he lets me do it. We get the Irelia TP here. I get his topside camps because I know he was very, very low. I don't actually feel comfortable doing both of them because I don't know exactly when he base. And if I do both, there's a chance that he meets me on the scuttle and then fights me there, and I don't have a lot of mana, and my top laner needs to base. So I don't go super greedy for the wolves. I just grab the quick gromp, and then I go grab these. I know the mid laner based because he's not hitting the turret anymore, and my mid laner is back now at this point, so I'm free to take the scuttle. They see me on this ward, unfortunately. I don't really feel... I probably could have just cleared it, but I really wanted to get back to my camps. And I guess I didn't really think about this ward being here, but yeah, that's a misplay. I definitely could have cleared it. Thankfully, the Yasuo ward's on the left, and we find that it's there not too long after, so it doesn't get that much more usefulness in its lifespan. So I just go clear my topside camps here. I have quite a bit of gold because I did get the top lane kill on the dive. Wave is crashing here for the Volibear. He's going to be auto-pushing it now that he has Cinder. I'm just going to clear this. I just cleared this Krug camp, and I believe I based. Yeah, I have jungle item here. We don't see the Aurelia. He's playing really respectfully. Had the Aurelia been here, like showing it all, I might have felt compelled to look for another dive because we see Kha'Zix on this ward and I see him walk away. I know all of his camps are down, so I know he'd be pathing towards bot side and maybe we could get a dive here. I have low mana, but I have a jungle item, so I can just regen it to set up for this dive. But I don't see the Aurelia at all, and like he could theoretically be like walking bottom or something, but I don't see him. I don't want to commit that much time into setting up another dive because I do think my top laner is already in a pretty good spot. So I just finished my base. Oh, that's a bug. Yeah, he's actually a turret the whole time. Yeah, spectator visual bug. And once again, like I would be giving up dragon, and I would probably be giving up dragon and my bot camps if I went for that play straight away, without seeing the Aurelia. And it was just like a mixture of a lot of things. Like if I'm here right now, do we kill this guy? Like probably like 100%, honestly. Like this is a dive that we should never fuck up in this elo. But I would giving like the opportunity cost of making this dive is that one, we probably don't kill the turret because there's still too much plating on it at this point. Two, I don't spend my money. So if we get into an extended fight with Ryze coming or something, or Kha'Zix jumping the play and like giving up all of his like pathing efficiency to come up, like that could be disastrous. And if he doesn't, then my bot lane has to not use the advantage that they've already built up because they have to respect Kha'Zix, and he can maybe just solo my camps and the dragon. So it's like the opportunity cost of getting this kill. Yes, we put Aurelia further out of the game, but my top lane already has a solid advantage, and what I'd give up to make that play, even though it's like a high percentage play, like high percentage of success rate play, just isn't worth it in my mind, which is why I take my base. So I clear my bot side camps here. I feel like I full clear and then my pike is back and then I look for dragon, but I could be wrong here. I don't exactly remember what I do. You know me, efficiency king. You don't take damage from the jungle really at this point anyway, especially if you still have your refill like I do at this point. So pulling both at the same time to do them efficiently, all good for me. So I actually see my Yasuo start to get run down. So what I actually do in response is I don't think I can help him at all. I don't waste any time trying to help him. I put this pink down and I just start to fucking do this dragon. I see this bot wave push in and I don't see the Vladimir. Okay, so he actually does show right here. If the Vladimir didn't show at all, I would know he's backing for sure because like you never want to leave the wave in this position as a bot laner because he can get frozen on you, especially when you're already like the losing bot lane. So if he's back, like if he doesn't show right there, I know he's backing and he's just accepting that he can't push it in. When he shows here, obviously I know that he's here, that he's not coming to stop me. So Pyke actually probably should have just helped me with this dragon. Yasuo buys a lot of time by dying over there. But theoretically, like if I was the Kha'Zix, there's like a reasonable chance that I feel like after getting this kill, we have numbers advantage in the bot lane, even if the Gragas is here. Maybe I can go for the dragon. That's actually the line of thought, the line of play that I thought he was going to be going for, which is why I pulled the dragon in the first place when I see my Yasuo start to get run down. And it's just also why I'm a bit upset at Pyke for not helping me finish the dragon here, because I thought there was like a reasonable chance, even with no wards on it, that he was going to come stop me. And obviously, if I've been soloing it this whole time, I'm pretty low. But thankfully, he decides to take a base, so I get free dragon. It's a nice dragon too, and yeah, just I make the most out of a bad situation, which was my mid laner caught out of position and having to run away. So I find myself without anything to do for a little bit, so I just sit here and look for this gank for a little bit while I'm waiting for the scuttle. I don't have my topside camps up for a bit, so I don't really feel compelled to base immediately. We have such good vision in the bot side already, no real need to do anything. So no play manifests here. My AD carry does a good job of holding the wave here. So they're just getting zoned while I wait there. Like I said, I don't really have much else to do at this point, so I'm free to wait for the scuttle. I already have a jungle item here, so even though I'm sitting on 1k, I feel pretty good about just not basing yet. I see where everyone is because they're chasing my top laner, so I feel very safe walking in the jungle. Help him get some plates here. We know where the enemy jungler is. He was just there chasing my Volibear along with the solo lanes. We just force him away from the turret here, and we actually force a TP out of them. So my Pyke Just walks up aggressively, forces the Kazakhs off the camp so I can take it from him, continue building an advantage. And I smite this on the way out so he can't. So Yasuo starts to get run at here, so I walk across to give some pressure so they can't aggress any further onto him for the kill. We're kind of just posturing at each other right now, but I'm getting the upper hand on this because I have all my camps up. So here I actually make a... it's arguably a misplay. I actually want to look at the vision here. We are red side vision. So this is like a miscommunication that happens when there's no comms. I have no body slam for 7 seconds here. I'm walking away. My mid laner is backing, and I just kind of want to leave here. I know he wants to clear this ward, but I have no idea of knowing if Zyra is still here. But the information I do have is that Ryze is definitely here. My Yasuo needs to base. My E is down for a little bit. I'm ahead of this guy, and I have stopwatch, but I just don't really feel like there's a huge need to fight this. I have 1,400 gold on me. The Kazakhs is down 1k gold to me at this point, which is a significant amount, but I actually haven't spent that 1k, the 1k advantage I have yet, and I have all my camps up. So if I die here, it's pretty catastrophic. So I just really don't feel the need to take this fight. Kazakhs jumps in, Pyke, he can E out is basically why I don't feel the need to help him here. He can just E out, press W, he's out of there. But he actually wants to fight, and it's just like a straight up miscommunication here because I don't want to fight this at all, and he doesn't understand that. And he just dies because he's looking to make the play aggressively. Obviously, I don't see the Ryze until he's comboing him, and at that point, it's already too late for me to throw the ulti and save him. I guess I could have like preemptively thrown the ulti at like Kazakhs or something, but then he just dies to Ryze. I ended up throwing it anyway to try to help him, but there's really just no point in making this play. It actually just baits our Yasuo into staying when he didn't want to either. Like he'd been channeling base at the turret before our Pyke got caught out here. So he wanted to, like, it's very clear what his intentions were. I thought I made it very clear what my intentions were. I was posturing towards my camps already. I'd already, like, committed my E to, like, disengaging from the fight. So this is, like, arguably a misplay by me, but I think it's more of a misplay for my Pyke more than anything, stemming from lack of information. So I also... I think he just hits it because he wants to walk in the lane with Tornado, so the Ryze doesn't go on him. I'm not really sure what he's doing there, but I just cleared my topside camps here. And I think I actually look for another dive top instead of basing after my Krugs. I just really want to get all my camps down so I stay ahead of this Kazakhs. If I'm ever behind the Kazakhs and I can't walk into the river safely, I don't feel comfortable walking into the river to face check him, like, and potentially face checking him, the game becomes a lot harder to play, which is why I put a lot of emphasis on keeping my pathing up like very well. Like I have a huge farm lead on the Kazakhs at this stage of the game. He has 2 kills, he has 2 assists, I have 1 kill, which is like relatively even, but I'm up like 1,000 gold on him, and I have more camps up than he is. Like I haven't cleared my bot side camps yet, but they're up. And I have a level lead. I'm just like massively ahead of the Kazakhs right now. So actually don't E over. I realize I have enough time to walk over instead of blowing my E and potentially running into someone to make this play. We play this one a lot better. I just flash in on him as he's trying to cut out, and then we just full like CC combo him and he dies. Once again, this is like a free play. And this play is fine because once again, the Kazakhs shouldn't be here. I know his top camps are down, and it's just a really easy play to make, even with me having this much gold, because I have stopwatch and my top laner is so ahead. We've just got so much defensive output at this, so much defensive stats from our items, and I know we have enough base damage to kill this guy because he's just so behind. And once again, like my bot lane's already far ahead enough at this point. Like a lot of people are accounted for. It's just a very easy play to make, and the opportunity cost isn't nearly as high here because once again, because I'm already so ahead and there's no dragon this time. So like if I lose my camps, I've already built so much of a buffer for myself in a matchup where I'm like later on in the game, like he's supposed to have more gold than me. Like he's a very selfish champion. I'm Gragas. Like I'm not like Sejuani anymore. I don't build Cinderhulk, but I don't need as much gold to function as he does. So even that, knowing that, like giving up those camps, I don't mind as much with no Infernal Drake on the table either. So he makes a play mid, kills my Yasuo. They did already kill Gragas, so I'm not too upset about it. I'm pretty low here, and I actually run into him. This is like a huge, like greedy misplay by me. One of my worst of the entire game, really. So what I actually thought here was, I'm not super healthy, but I have stopwatch. I have teammates relatively close. I guess the last thing that I'm missing here is my aftershock. I think if I have aftershock here, this play's actually like okay. It's still not good. What I should have done is just E over here, wait on my ward, wait for the pike to come over. What I actually like, I know he's going for the scuttle, and my thought process here is I do not want to give him the scuttle for free, because we have killed their top laner. Both mid laners are dead, but we have a numbers advantage here as long as I wait. And I actually feel, my thought process here is he's not going to walk into the river immediately, because he knows we have a numbers advantage, and he should be scared. But he's actually not scared at all, because he knows my pike is occupied killing a ward, my Volibear is occupied killing a turret. If he runs into me at my health, he can kill me. And he's correct. So I overplay my hand, really, is what happens here. I need to immediately realize I don't have the aftershock, so I have to immediately press my stopwatch, and I just die. Like, he just kills me. Big misplay on my part. I give up my shutdown, and I close the gold gap on us quite a bit. I don't actually know if they end up killing Kha'Zix here. I feel like they do. Not the greatest play, but it works out. And they get the turret. So my team bails me out here, but yeah, this is a pretty big misplay. But this misplay comes at the end of a really clean early game. Obviously, I have 2 KP, 3 if you count the bot lane assist that I should have gotten if Zyra didn't flash forward and kill himself. And we've got a 5k gold lead, we've got a dragon. In a matchup that's like not typically, I wouldn't say like it's Gragas favored. I wouldn't say it's like Gragas like disadvantage either, but I wouldn't say it's Gragas favored. And it's just like, I didn't do anything like mechanically super special this game. I didn't do anything like out of the ordinary. I just used the resources I had. Like, I didn't have any crab wards at level 1. Like, I just used the resources I had about when I knew where Kha'Zix was, and I made educated plays every single time. Obviously, this death is really bad, but it's like, the death is not because I'm just like straight inting, it's because I'm trying to make a play too fast based on incorrect, or not incorrect, but not complete information. I know he's in the area, I don't know exactly where he is. I make the play with incomplete information, and I get punished for it in this case. But a lot of what I do this game to secure this lead is stuff that's very replicable, like in game states that are this one's obviously typically slower than I'd expect in like diamond, platinum, gold game, but all the principles that I do to get us this lead are very sound. So that'll be it. We do end up winning this game. What I do later on in this game isn't really important. I think we just kind of roll through. Our bot lane's really ahead. But yeah. Yeah, pretty easy stomp. I'll just show like the end game, I guess. We're up like 10k. We actually just make a huge play with the rift through bottom, and then we make some picks at Baron with our lead, and then that's the game. But yeah, hope this goes to show you don't really need to do anything special a lot of the time. This is literally a challenger elo game, and I do absolutely nothing of note mechanically the entire game to win, really. So yeah. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't know when I'll make another. Hopefully not as long as the layoff from the last video to this one. But hope you guys enjoyed it. Peace.